Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Last week we focused on healthcare industry and generative AI. This week the focus shift towards manufacturing, and it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome and host Mahinder Hasabnes, Industry Advisor, Manufacturing Vertical, Microsoft of India, for a short conversation. Mahinder, welcome to TGIF.
Hey Sandeep, it's always pleasure to be here.
Wonderful.
Whenever I come here, I feel like a child in a candy store.
This setup, right? Awesome. So quickly, Mahinder, first of all, welcome, and quickly, you talk to customers in the manufacturing industry vertical pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
I would say the top customers in the country.
Yeah,
Some of them are global conglomerates as well. I want to understand from you, Mahinder, what is the pulse are you getting from the leaders in the manufacturing vertical in terms of their take on impact of Gen AI for manufacturing?
Absolutely, Sandeep. This is the most exciting time, never been before kind of a thing.
Right.
Across the manufacturing industry sectors and the top executives, they're all keenly interested in what this technology is about and what it can really do to them in terms of, improving their value chain and what kind of value it can, add to their businesses kind of a thing. So there's been a high amount of curiosity in understanding, what those use cases are there, which are really relevant for the manufacturing industry.
Perfect. That means interest is top notch. What else?
Manufacturing industry basically has a value chain which is innovating the products, manufacturing them, and then sales and distributing them to their end customers. So there is a keen interest in how do I basically use this technology in bringing efficiencies into my R&D manufacturing R&D process, bringing basically agility for those great minds which are in the R&D into ideating faster, researching the market, and then bringing those great products to the manufacturing.
Yeah, I would say across the value chain.
Across the value chain, basically, and then of course through manufacturing and efficiencies from manufacturing standpoint, and then there is a great interest into sales and marketing because this tool is phenomenal in listening to the unstructured data which is coming from their customers, and then leveraging it, feeding it back to the service or to their R&D for again product innovation.
Pretty much you're saying that they are looking at a vehicle to unearth insights or unearth stories by speaking to the data.
Right? Oh, absolutely. I like that statement, speaking to the data.
Wonderful. So moving on, Mahinder, so you as a leader, as industry leader, you spent more than 2 decades in industry, manufacturing, pharma, etc. now. What's your take on impact of Gen AI for manufacturing?
So Gen AI is completely different. I mean, it is different than the machine learning and learning from the past experiences. And then, this was always a missing capability, I would say, which was desired by the manufacturers. And if you talk to a plant head, he is always looking for how is my plant performing? How is basically, are there any issues that I should be aware of and taken corrective action? But it is extremely difficult task because it is all disparate data and you have to kind of merge time series data with the relational data with the unstructured data which is in the manuals, papers and whatnot kind of a thing. Gen AI is a tool where they are looking at in analyzing all this data, unearthing the insights from the data and conveying it in the most simplified fashion.
Perfect.
Another example where I see there is a lot of interest again on the manufacturing is you look at those operation and maintenance manuals, extremely bulky, the small text and very difficult to read. That's an area where the manufacturer are seeing that how can I provide a crystal ball where maintenance engineer can just ask that, hey, I'm trying to fix this machine, just tell me a simplified 5-step procedure, and this can make it a reality as a use case. And there is a enormous pull now from the business stakeholders to leverage this functionality.
Wonderful. I think there are a ton of use cases, but end of the day, look at what drives value and you embrace that.
I think that's an important.
Perfect. One last question before I let you go. So quickly, if you look at when we talk to customers, they're looking at understanding the innovation in the first place and then move towards where value comes in. Now, how should one approach this trail of innovation, right? Because end of the day, it's all garbage in, garbage out. It doesn't matter with Gen AI or anything else, but your data matters. So your guidance.
This is a very good question, Sandeep, because what we see is the moment Azure OpenAI was, I would say, published, the entire industry, literally jumped onto it and they started deciphering what it is basically and what it can do. And our message to them literally was that first definitely look at what it is not.
Right.
Because this is a completely different technology.
Right.
Do not throw Gen AI at every problem that you are looking at so that like a magic wand it will solve your problem.
Right.
It is a combination of Gen AI and your traditional AI capabilities which are actually going to solve your problems.
Right.
Hence this is the first advice I will give.
Got it.
Second is Gen AI on its own has its limited intelligence and whatnot kind of a thing.
Right. Right.
You need to basically bring your enterprise data.
Right.
You need to bring your own contextualization
Right.
to the problems that you're trying to solve, and hence bring your structured, unstructured data together into a data lake.
Right.
Apply basically some of the accelerators that we have been helping industry with
Right.
in analyzing this data, and then take an advantage of accelerated use case implementation with an analysis of what ROI these really brings me from a business standpoint,
Right.
and hence traverse your path of digital transformation with the fantastic tool that you have, which is Gen AI.
Awesome. In summary, you're saying while Gen AI can do magic, the true weapon here is to create single version of truth.
Yeah.
Right?
You said it.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thanks so much, Mahinder. Appreciate your time today.
Great meeting, Sandeep.
Wonderful. So as Mahinder rightly said, I think no industry is left behind. Ton of use cases across every industry, manufacturing, heard today in terms of what he had to share. Interestingly, the best foot forward for Indian enterprises to understand what Gen AI can do, what it cannot do. And I think the foundation on the trail of success is to ensure with the right data for the right problem. Right? So with that, thanks for watching us today. Keep watching TGIF. Have a wonderful Friday. A great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.